Hey, welcome back lads. So let's talk some more about the multiplayer mode here in Black Ops 6, because would you believe that we are already 2 months into the life of this game, and now after that time has passed, it is clear that Black Ops 6 is missing something very important. And of course, what I'm talking about is some kind of large-scale multiplayer mode, like Ground War, Combined Arms, or something along those lines, because every Call of Duty for the past, 5 years has had something like that. It's become a bit of a staple and something that people expect to see in Call of Duty, and now that Black Ops 6 doesn't have that and it just has standard multiplayer, it does feel like, well, feels like this is what's missing. Now, there were some leaks and rumors that we talked about saying that Treyarch are planning to bring back both the Combined Arms mode and Fireteams from Black Ops Cold War. So Combined Arms was kind of like a smaller version of Ground War in the Modern Warfare games, but it was amazing. And Fireteams was a 40-player mode, but it was like squad battles, so basically a hybrid of multiplayer and Warzone. But yeah, since those rumors months ago, there have been no other updates about this topic, so I hope that this is still planned. I hope it's still a thing and comes to Black Ops 6 as DLC sooner rather than later, and hopefully they are not cancelled or cut, because, well, that would suck. You know, I would say anything like this, Ground War, Combined Arms, War Mode, anything like that would be a very nice contrast compared to the regular multiplayer in Black Ops 6, because that's kind of the problem, right? That we've complained about since the beta, and I think most people, I think this is a pretty popular opinion, that Black Ops 6 is not a bad game. The gameplay, the features, the movement itself is good, but the maps, the Black Ops 6 maps are kind of weak and let the game down. Both the map designs and the quality of the maps is just not what we expected from a Black Ops game. They don't feel like Black Ops maps, and I think that is kind of what's turned a lot of people off from this multiplayer, and that is why a more expansive mode, multiplayer mode, is a must for this game, because there is a bit of a history of these types of modes helping to save or elevate weak Call of Duty multiplayers. I mean, if we go all the way back to Call of Duty World War II, where we saw the debut of War Mode, that really well, saved the game, because when it released, the regular multiplayer was one of the worst. Luckily it got better over time and actually turned out to be pretty good, but when it first released, the regular multiplayer kinda did suck. But War Mode was there, and it was this brand new, fresh experience that was much better paced, had these unique, intense moments and situations that you could not get in the regular multiplayer, and War Mode was a hit. It was great. It was the same with Modern Warfare and Ground War, where we all know the regular multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2019 was, well, controversial. A lot of people, just even for Call of Duty standards, did not like that multiplayer, but Ground War was something amazing. Once again, it was something completely new and fresh, and I mean, even I share that opinion that the Modern Warfare multiplayer is one of the worst in the entire series, but Ground War as its own thing, even though it's still the same game, it's still the same multiplayer, Ground War as its own experience is amazing. Weird how that works. You could even say the same for the last Black Ops game, Cold War, is the regular multiplayer had a record low amount of maps for any Call of Duty game ever. There weren't many maps, and that was a huge problem, but luckily it had Combined Arms and the Fireteams mode. That really helped, I think, keep a lot of interest in Cold War, because without it, I'm just trying to imagine what would Cold War multiplayer have been like if it did not have Combined Arms or Fireteams but just had more maps. I think it probably would have been looked at as an even less interesting and weaker game than it is. So yeah, that is pretty much what I wanted to say. But lastly, I hope that if this does end up coming, anything like this, it comes sooner rather than later, so realistically Season 2, because any later than that, then I think it'd be too little too late and wouldn't have the impact to kind of, save, quote unquote, save Black Ops 6 multiplayer or help the game reach its full potential, because if anything like this does come but releases, Season 4, 5 or 6, then it's just, that's too late, man. It's too late. So yeah, that's about that. Hopefully we get some more leaks and information about this in the near future, so yeah, stay spicy and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.